Okay, YouTube, I just wanted to do a quick video right quick. Deborah Christmas had asked me a question, and I thought it was a good question. I answered her in the comment section, but it gave me an idea to do a video about this because I figured maybe some people don't know, or maybe out of the loop, what have you. A lot of times at the, well, you know what, you don't have to stare at this bag. A lot of times at the store, really any store, usually, I mean, it just kind of depends on the store policy, but Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, you know, different stores, they'll run sales at the end of the gardening season. Like, at the end of the gardening season, they try to get rid of a lot of the soil, the fertilizer, and all that, especially at Walmart, because Walmart has limited shelf space in the store, so they'll get rid of all the gardening stuff so they can make room for the Halloween stuff, the Christmas stuff, you know, the stuff that people generally need right then. So, when they get rid of it, a lot of times they'll mark it down so they can sell it faster. So I was going to do a video right quick because I know I see a lot of gardening, and there are some people who are really resourceful. You know, they take nothing and make something out of it. You know, Deborah Christmas is like that. It's a lot of other gardeners that are escaping me right now. Their names are escaping me, but when I remember, I'll put them down in the comment section. And that's kind of the way I am. I'm just cheap. I don't like to really pay for much. I like to save as much money as possible. And I think in America, too many people are just so consumer minded. They just think, oh, that's the price of something, and they'll just pay it. When a lot of times you're probably overpaying for stuff. Because I have a rule: thou shalt not pay retail. So to me, it's like a sin to pay retail price. I know that may sound extreme, but that's how serious I am. So I just wanted to show you different things that I've gotten and ways to get things basically on the cheap, so that you can save a little money, you know, because the more money you save with gardening or anything you do at your house, the more money you save, the more money you have in your pocket. If something goes wrong, you unexpectedly need to get your car fixed, just whatever, you'll have money to do that instead of, you know, being so strapped for cash. It's ridiculous. So I'm just gonna go around and kind of show you little things that I got, how I got them, and you know, ways that you can do the same. So back to the fertilizer. So I walked in Walmart one day. I think it was the end of August, beginning of September, and lo and behold, they had the Epsoma Organic Garden Tone Herb and Vegetable Food. So I've looked at this stuff before. I'll be honest and say I've never paid regular price for it. Like I said, I'm just cheap. I have compost piles and things like that, so that helps me not have to buy as much fertilizer. But I'll be honest, this past year, since I expanded my garden, I ran out of compost. So I had to use soil that I had bought at Walmart, which I got some of that on the cheap too. I had to use that, and as you know, a lot of times when you buy soil, it's got a little bit of nutrition, but not really. So if I zoom in on this, hopefully you can see it. Well, it's a little blurry, but this is from Walmart. The price I paid was $2.50. The regular price below that, which you probably can't see. Let's see, maybe I can zoom in and you. I don't know. It might just keep being blurry. You can kind of see it. It's blurry. My camera sucks. Sorry, guys. That says was $9.88. So as you can see, that's well under half price. I paid $2.50 for something that was basically 10 bucks. So that's, you know, a quarter of the price of what it was originally. I bought 5 bags total. That's 3 bags of it, and I got another bag out here. As I walk out the door, I've got another bag out here. That's the bag I'm currently working on. That behind it is just Epsom salts. I got that regular price. Epsom salts is cheap. I already went through 1 bag of it already, and that bag's about half full. So I'll pretty much have enough fertilizer until it's time to buy fertilizer again. Keep in mind, I have compost. I have other things that I use, and I try to keep pretty healthy soil. I got a lot of earthworms and stuff in my soil, so all those different things help. So that's that on the fertilizer. I'm going to go over here to some other things that I've gotten on the markdown, as I call it. So Over here, I don't know if you remember back in the day when they used to have the infomercials about, I think it was called a garden hog, or it was called something, but they used to have this thing on the garden commercials, and you stick it in the dirt and you twist it, and it basically loosens up, you know, and aerates and your soil. It tills it for you. Well, they put these things on sale at the end of the season. I got it for 11 bucks, and if you can see under that, it says $21.84. So I got that basically $10.84 off. So it's roughly half price, and it's called the Hound Dog. It doesn't matter what it's called. It's all metal, has 2 handles at the top. I couldn't get the rubber things off the tips. Whatever, it still works. So that's something I got basically half price. This little shovel here, this is just a little short shovel that I have. You can see in comparison to my hand, it's not long at all. It's just a little short shovel, and this comes in handy sometimes when you don't need a long shovel, or you're down on your knees in the garden. Or what I really used it for was in my crawl space. I had to dig some dirt out of my crawl space, and this really short shovel came in handy. It's a great little shovel to have. Regular price on that shovel was $12.98, I think. I paid 5 bucks for it. So that's something else that was brand new. I've used it, that's why it's dirty. But it was brand new, and I got it, of course. And brand new, 5 bucks. These 3 gardening tools in a set. They're made by Fiskars. They're all metal. They're not plastic. I had a plastic one trial before, and it's okay, but I broke it, I think. Or I can't find it, one of the two. But I'm pretty sure I broke it. So these are all metal. And I like them because they have a nice handle with a kind of a flare at the end, so it's not as easy to fall out of your hand. It has a little thing here for your thumb. So they're pretty comfortable in the hand, easy to use. I mean, straightforward. I haven't even used this one. Still has a rubber tip on it. These three had rubber tips too, but I've used that. So, got all 3 of these together as a set for $7. The regular price was $20, I think. Regular price was $20, but I got it for $7. So once again, less than half. That's roughly a third of the price. So yeah, that was a good find. I found that. That's all I can think about things that I actually got marked down from the actual store. However, there's something that I happened onto recently. I don't know, about a year or 2 ago. And a lot of times people just don't know about this stuff. I mean, some people know about it and others don't. People walking by making strange noises. Anyway, auctions. Most places, even rural places, usually have auctions near them. And at auctions, they usually auction off things that are, okay, as I drop the pitchfork. People usually have auctions, you know, near them, and they probably don't even know it. Auctions are usually a word of mouth kind of thing. But it's just one of those things that I've come to find out that there's actually a website that you can go to. You can put in your zip code, and you can put in a radius, a mile radius away from you. So say you want to know about all the auctions in a 30-mile radius. You go to that website, put in the zip code, and select what radius you want. They have 30, 50, 100. It goes up from there. And it'll tell you about auctions around you. Now, every single auction may not be on there. It just depends, because some auctioneers don't list their auctions on this site. But I've come to find out that if I go to one auction, a lot of people that auction frequently, they know about the other ones that may not be on the site. So it's a good way for you to go meet people, find out about other auctions or other auctioneers. And you can, you know, find out how they, because sometimes, like, I got in the mail, I went to one auction, and you sign up for a number, and he sent me a thing in the mail. He was having an auction. So I guess every time he has an auction, he sends out a flyer that he's having an auction, because he doesn't always list his on the website. Every now and again, if he has a big one, he'll list it on the website. But I'm telling you, at auctions, you can get things ridiculously cheap. It's insane how cheap you can get things. So I'll just show you some of the stuff I've gotten at the auctions. Okay, I know it's probably a little dark. Well, no, it's okay. It's not bad. All of those pots you see, most of them are clay. These black ones are plastic. That big one's plastic, but the ones inside are clay. All of those pots, I got all of those for $5. And there are probably, and that's not all of them. I'm going to show you the other ones in the front of the house. This isn't even all of them. Not all of them are pots as well. Some of them are the saucer things that you sit your pot on so that you can water your plants from the bottom. But the vast majority of those are clay. Some of them are really pretty big. Like this one here, I don't know how many gallons that is, but you can tell from my hand, that one's pretty big. This is a pretty big one. There's even one that someone painted. That one's really pretty on the outside. It says patience, kindness, and they painted some flowers on it. That one's pretty. A couple of them were broke, like that one. But, you know, if you get one broken one out of all of these, you get them all for $5. How can you go wrong? Because one big clay pot at the store is much more than $5. Altogether, I counted at a point, I think I had maybe 60 pots altogether for $5. Just nobody wanted them. Like when it got ready to auction, I mean, people were just interested in other things. A lot of people don't garden anymore, don't plant things anymore, I guess, or don't use pots anymore. What I usually use those pots for is starting things, or if I have something that I just don't want to grow in the ground because it's, you know, it's invasive or something that'll take over everything. I'll use the pots, and I'll show you the ones in the front. So the ones in the front, this is a whole stack of them. This one is a whole stack. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 of them. There's another stack there, and there's a stack there. So these are all the ones that I have, in addition to the other at the front. Those I definitely use to start things. They're little small 3-inch pots, or some of them are 2-inch. Most of them are 3-inch. So those I definitely use to start different things and things of that nature. So yeah, all those for $5. I think I did good, because the small pots at the store, I remember $1 and something a piece, like the 3-inch ones. I bought maybe 2 one time. They're like $1 and something. So for $5 to get, you know, 50, 60 pots, maybe more. I can't remember the exact count. It could be more. That was a good buy. Something else I got to show. This really big, what I call a snow shovel. It's a pretty deep shovel. It's aluminum. It's not really all that beat up. It's kind of dirty because I've used it. I mean, you know, the handle has paint wearing off, but oh, look at there. There's a frog on the handle. What are you doing? If you haven't noticed, I have a lot of frogs in my yard. He's camera shy. He's camera shy. Oh, he's moving. I got this shovel at the auction. I paid $3 for it. So, an aluminum shovel for $3. And it has a patent number on it, and it's made by True Temper. I don't know if you can see that because it's just kind of stamped in, but it says the True Temper top. That's what it says, and it has the patent number on the back. Usually I find when things have patent numbers, they're pretty old. I tend to like the older stuff because it's just better quality usually. Nowadays it's kind of hard to find stuff that's really good quality. What else did I get? Another shovel. Just got this shovel at the auction. Yeah, it looks a little rusty, but it's not. It's surface rust. But the handle's good. Rubber grip at the top. I got this one for $5. A brand new shovel would have been 10 plus tax. This spade right here I got it with that rake. I got the 2 of them together for $5. All of these tools right here. There's like a straight hoe, and this is like it's very interesting. If you've ever seen the hook and crook, this is very similar. You can weed with this. It's stand up and weed. That one's very unusual. I've never really seen too many of those. This tool right here has this in 3 prongs in the back. I got all 3 of those for $3 all together. This pitchfork, it's a pretty nice pitchfork. And you'll see at the end of that pitchfork, and here's the handle that it goes with. The handle simply came off. I think the welds broke or something, because I think they weld that. But I can either have somebody tack weld it back together, or I don't know. But I got those 2 pitchforks together for $3. So, you know, 2 pitchforks for $3. Yeah, they're used, they're old, but they work. Who cares? I don't really care about garden tools being used as long as they're not like super broken. Now, okay, all 3 of these, pickaxe, and I don't know what the rest of this crap's called. But you know, you use them for various things. Breaking up the soil. I have tough clay soil, so the pickaxe works to break it up good. Or I think this is a grub hoe. I don't know. But you know, you just have these different implements. They all had pretty good handles. All of the handles are actually tight. A lot of times you go to an auction and the handles on things like this are loose. All of the handles on these were tight, and they're all pretty good. I'm not sure what brand they are because they're really pretty old. It was an estate sale I got these at, and the guy had more tools than I've seen in a very long time. He probably had enough tools for 10 guys. He loved tools and stuff like that, and he was downsizing, selling a lot of his stuff because he had gone into a nursing home. And I got the 3 of these, all 3 together, for $5. So once again, I've looked at the store to see what pickaxes and things cost at the store. I can't remember what they are at Lowe's, but most definitely they're not $5. They're much more than that. So that's those things. I don't know if anybody's familiar with what a Joe blade is, or you use that kind of like an axe. You swing it like an axe, but it takes down brush really quickly. Instead of you going through and cutting stuff one by one, you pretty much swing it like an axe. You sharpen the edge of it, this edge of it. You sharpen it, swing it, cuts down stuff. I got that for $5. Let's see, I got some more stuff. Once I found out about auctions, like, I felt like a fool. I was like, I bought all this stuff new. I could have been buying God knows what, you know, used. I mean, like, some of the stuff, it doesn't matter if it's used, you know. It's crazy. For instance, this, you know, hose reel with the wheels and everything, with the water hose on it. The water hose is practically in brand new condition. $5, whole thing, with the hose on it. Let's see what else. My pressure washer, because I'm gonna paint the house. This pressure washer was $65. Now it needed the carb cleaned because when I got it home and put gas in it, it wouldn't start. I cleaned the carb, put gas in it, it fired off on the first pull. So you really can't beat that. $65, I'll take it. Let's see what else I got. That red toolbox hiding in there, that's a Craftsman toolbox. There are no tools in it currently. I need to build a stand to put it on. I got that toolbox, and that's the kind of, I forget what the inches is. It's pretty long. It's over 2 feet long. But that's a Craftsman one, and I paid $17 for it. I looked online, brand new. They're much more than $17. This box on top, I can't remember. I don't think this box is any particular brand, but I moved my laundry detergent. This was one of the tools in it. It's a pipe wrench, and yes, it's made by Rigid. If you can see that, it's just a little I think this is an 8-inch. Yeah, I think it's an 8-inch pipe wrench. This was in this box. This box was actually full of tools. Yeah, it's a little rusty, but you can see how many. I mean, it was just chock full of tools. These were actually mine. I left them in the rain, that's why they're rusty. But all the rest of this stuff, all the sockets, various ratchets, wrenches, I mean, just all kinds of stuff. The drawers, there are 2 drawers that pull out. This is a parts washer. Open it up, you put your parts in there, you wash it. Pump on the side. It's made by Inland Technology. If I'm not mistaken, this was military issue at a point, because I think I found the U.S. Army, like a sticker on it somewhere. But yeah, 30 bucks. Okay, YouTube, my memory card got full on me. But that's just the idea to give you an idea of the kind of deals you can get. I've gotten so many other things at the auction, just different stuff for good prices. Like I said, I don't hardly like paying for nothing, so that's the thing about me. You can't hardly beat it. And a lot of times you buy a box, you buy a whole box and it's full of stuff, and you might only want 3 things out of it, but the rest of the box you can sell it or donate it, or you know, whatever you want to do with it. But you got what you wanted out of the box. You probably didn't pay but a few dollars. And the rest of the box, you can sell it and make your money back. I've done that several times. Open a box up and it's 4 things I want, and I sell the rest of the box for, you know, whatever I sell it for. If I bought the box for $5, I might make $10 or $15, or sometimes more. I mean, you know, I've had opportunities where I sell something and I make you know, I made $100 on something in a box. You know, I didn't want it. It was a tool or something that was sought after. Sometimes you just never know. You go online and boom, wow, that's how you find out. So so yeah, I encourage anybody to, you know, try to find a good deal. You know, I even coupon. You know, I shop on sale. I don't hardly ever buy anything regular price. If I buy something regular price, I must have really been in a pinch and I needed it right then, and I just couldn't wait to get it or whatever. Oh, I can show you this. Show you this right quick. This is a box of brand new box of screws. I don't know how many screws in here, but you see how long they are. They're about 2 inches. Sheet metal screws. I got maybe 5 boxes of those for $3. So anytime I need to build something, screw something together, whatever, I got screws, which I'm gonna build some cat towels, and I'm gonna make a video of that. And those are the screws when I purchased this. Those are the screws that I intended to use. I bought them with that purpose in mind. But I mean, the screws you can use for anything. Healing screws too. I mean, a lot of times you just never know why these things show up at the auction. They just show up at the auction for whatever reason. But I know the screws in particular, it's a guy, he goes back to the hardware store, and when the hardware store doesn't sell them or whatever, he goes back and collects everything that the hardware store wasn't able to sell, or they discontinued or whatever, and then he goes to the auction and sells them. He said at first he was throwing them away. He was just throwing brand new boxes of screws in the dumpster. Oh, thousands of dollars worth of screws. He was just throwing them away in the dumpster. And I know how people dumpster dive. I'm sure somebody probably found them, or they just went to the dump. Brand new screws went to the dump. But now he's bringing them to the auction, and he sells them for pennies on the dollar, and you get a really good deal. So, I mean, I have more tools and screws and stuff to show you. I've got to get my utility room in order. I've got a lot of stuff in here that's just not put in its proper place, and it's really a nightmare. So I'm gonna do some videos on some stuff like that. I mainly have been doing gardening videos, but I'm gonna do some other kind of types of videos and post some of that stuff too. So yeah, just stay tuned, and I'll probably do some videos of restoring some tools as well, because I got a lot of stuff I want to restore. I got some sewing machines I need to restore. These sewing machines right here, I got that one for 10 bucks. It was frozen when I got it, but if you look now, it's not frozen anymore. Turns easily by hand. It still needs to be cleaned up some more. I pretty much just lubed up the inside and cleaned out the inside, but I haven't done anything to the outside. I'm not going to do anything crazy, but that's a Singer, and it was made in 1919 or something. It's pretty old. I could be wrong about the date, but I know it's early 1900s. It's an industrial sewing machine. This is the other industrial sewing machine that's sitting on the table. This one, when I got it, it was already working. It's in really good condition. That one's a leather sewing machine. It's an industrial sewing machine as well. And the table with the motor. I got that sewing machine for $10 just the head. I got this sewing machine for 100 bucks. Stay tuned for videos about the sewing machines. I'm going to get into doing some upholstery work, so I hope to film some of that and film learning that different stuff. So yeah, I got lots more stuff coming. I'm gonna keep trying to upload. I've been enjoying it a little bit more. It's funny how I got busier, but that gave me the opportunity to film more. And when I have more footage, I feel more prone to, or feel more the urge to post what I have, instead of just, you know, letting the footage just let it sit and sit and sit. So I guess that's the odd thing about doing YouTube or whatever. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and just stay tuned, because I'll have more coming. All right.